Hey guys, welcome back to another Pokemon Leaks and Theories video. Today we've got a lot to go through. We're watching a map pack video, which is a bit of a weird one to say. And we've got some anime news as well. I don't really watch it, but a lot of people do. I've also got some game news. So if you do enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe. Let's try to hit 20 likes in the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe so we can hit 5,000 by the end of the year. And let's get straight into it. So here we are. We're starting off with Pokemon news, of course. And it's a legendary trip to Sinnoh turns serious when Ash and his friends discover Team Galactic commanders and a rampaging Heatran. Can Sinnoh be saved from destruction? Find out more in Pokemon Arceus Chronicles. So this is something that's already come out, I believe. I've actually seen this, and I really enjoyed it. If it's what I'm thinking about, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a bit of an anticlimactic end, but it's now on iTunes, now on Google Play and Amazon and stuff like that. And if you actually click here on Pokemon News, it gives us more in depth about it. So here's a trailer, but I don't really want to be watching the trailer on this just in case of copyright issues. Because I know what Nintendo are like. But yeah, it's now available on iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon. Ash and friends team up with mythical Pokemon to save Sinnoh in the animated film. Now available to purchase or rent digitally. I don't know if it's the Netflix one that they released actually not too long ago. Because I know they released a Netflix movie and I watched it and it was okay. Yeah, like I said, graphically it was quite good, to be fair to them. I just think though when it came to the actual story of it, it was just a little bit lackluster. And I feel like the ending was a little bit unfortunate. Nothing bad happened, just it was a bit boring. It was just kind of like, oh, we're going up. This is like we're getting to the thing now. Something big's about to happen, and they've ended it before the big thing happens. So it's a little bit things. It's very similar to they find rampaging Heatran and commanders of Team Galactic who are determined to find their missing leader in the gate between dimensions. Joined by a trio of legendary Pokemon and Sinnoh champion Cynthia, our heroes must give it all to stop Sinnoh from being destroyed. I believe it's the same one, because that's basically on how that one went. Rampage and Heatran trying to get Team Galactic leader back. I can't remember his name. It's the old bloke who killed himself. Very similar story. If I'll quickly skim through it. Yeah, Brock comes back, takes his top off. I remember that part specifically. So it's the same. It's the exact same thing. They just basically expanded it with media, which is good. Don't get me wrong. It was decent. But yeah, thought it'd be interesting in the show. Moving on over to some sad-ish news. Sad news because it's an end of an era, but it's the start of a new one. The Nintendo 3DS eShop will no longer allow for new purchases. Basically meaning that the Nintendo eShop has shut down. It's been open since 2011. That's a mad stat. So remember when it was opened. And it's finally been shut down, which is really, really sad to be fair. But as such, Pokemon Bank is now free to use for the foreseeable future, which is great because now it means I can transfer all my Pokemon White to Pokemon over to my Nintendo Switch, and then I can finally play Pokemon White 2. So I've been waiting to play for it so long, and actually once I finish this video, once I've edited this video, I am going out and I'm going over to my bed, I'm sitting down, I've got about an hour before I go to college, and I'm playing it. I'm setting it all up and I'm playing it. I can't wait. But as of such, I believe as well, the thing that really helps out, especially with me, when it comes to Pokemon White 2 and Black 2, is that there was the bug with Pokemon Transporter, which is the application you need to transfer Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, and I believe it's also the one you need to transfer over Yellow if you have Yellow on the Pokemon. Over to the Nintendo Bank, Pokemon Bank, but there was a bug, and the bug that appeared to affect Pokemon Transporter from working if you didn't have an active subscription before the eShop went down now appears to be resolved, and the software can be used, which is fantastic. So, like I said before, any suggestions how to update Pokemon Transporter post eShop closure? No updates under eShop / ooh, no. It's like it might still not work. Looking at it now, it might not work. Okay, figure this out. It's hidden away, so hopefully it'll work for you. In the eShop, go to settings and then re-downloadable software. At the bottom of the screen, goes to the button saying like downloads, and you should be able to update it there. Hopefully that works for them because they're shut down now. But no, hopefully I can play Pokemon again. I played Pokemon Black 2. I think it's Black 2. Was it? No, I think it was White 2. I got, unfortunately. Black 2 is my favorite out of the two because I like Reshiram. I got the one with Zekrom. So I think that might be Black 2. But yeah, ultimately, I'm excited to play the game again, and I will be playing that later today. Moving on over to the new 7-star raid, and it's been fully revealed, and it's a bug-type Samurott. And this will run from 31st of March, or tomorrow, to the 2nd of April, and then from the 7th of April through to the 9th of April. And it's okay. To be fair, I think it's okay. I think it's the best they've had. These are getting older, I don't even play them anymore because what's the point of getting a bunch of mods I can't use online? That's a very fair point, actually. Yeah, I mean, like, it's right. I'm not too... I love Oshwa. Like, I'm not too bothered by it. I really wish I got the Greninja. So if anyone's out there and you're watching this video and you've got a spare, not even a Greninja, just a spare Froakie, I will take it off your hands. If you've got a Greninja, breed it. I will take a Froakie. I beg. So I want to get that black Greninja. But I like Samurai. I might do it and just get it for what's it called? Might get it for a shiny Oshawott, but at the same time I know I won't do it because I haven't played the game in a while. But you never know. If I get that Froakie, I will definitely be getting a shiny Froakie and I'm pumping it with XP candy to get that black Greninja. I wish it was a Ethereum one. I have the regular one from Union Circle. I mean, to be fair, I'm gonna be torn now between playing Pokemon Black later, between Samurott and Servine. Probably gonna choose Samurott, I think, which is gonna piss off a lot of people. But I like Samurott, leave me alone. I really like Samurott. I think it's a really cool design. But no, that is the new 7-star Tower Raid. So here we are. We go on to MatPat now, and I've got my headphones on, and I've seen this before, and I really enjoyed it. And I think it's got a lot of connecting theories, to be fair to him. A lot of his stuff does. And I thought it'd be quite interesting in the show. So we're gonna watch it once and we're gonna break it down then.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's biggest mystery. You see this? This right here is the Great Crater of Paldea, and it's one of the biggest mysteries in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. How this big old hole of swirling clouds in the middle of the map get there? Well, I think I got the answer. I suspect that the Great Crater actually connects back to an earlier game in the series, Pokemon X and Y. In that game, we're told that there was once a great Pokemon war. In that war, a character named AZ lost his beloved Pokemon Floette. And so, as the story goes, AZ created a machine that could bring his Floette back to life, and it works. But as the war rages on, AZ converts the machine into a weapon that could end the Pokemon War for good. AZ fires that weapon and forms a massive crater in the process. A great crater, if you will. And in case you still have doubts about this, the weapon is credited as the source of the Mega Evolution Stone. In fact, the whole thing was made of crystal. Paldea's Great Crater, meanwhile, is the main source of Terra Crystal. And if all of that wasn't enough, can you guess what Pokemon is seen all over that Great Crater? Floette, the same Pokemon that AZ's weapon was built to save. Not only does this tell us that the ancient war was between Kalos and Paldea, but it also means I just solved Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Like, that's quite cool. It's quite cool because obviously X and Y was an unfinished game, let's be honest with each other. Like Zed was meant to come out and it was meant to answer a lot of our questions, and I feel like this has, to be fair, like answered a lot of questions when it came to the Pokemon War, because it wasn't something they did dive too deep into. So obviously, if we go through it now, we've got the Great Crater of Paldea, as he says here, and like, I don't really know what to say, because to be fair, he explains it brilliantly. Like I said, so basically, obviously everyone knows that in X and Y there was this storyline about the Great Pokemon War, and AZ lost his Pokemon Floette to the war, and he built this big massive machine basically to bring it back to life, I believe, or something along the lines of, I believe. And and it was used in a war. It was quite dark for Pokemon, to be fair. There's, you know, once a Great Pokemon War, and he fired off the machine, and obviously, I'm guessing by the looks of things, it ended up in Paldea, because like obviously it's made out of crystals. It leaves crystals, and Floette is the one that spawns there. I don't think the Floette would be there for maybe lore purposes. I think it would just be there for like hints, just like, oh, you know, this is what this is. So it's really interesting and really well made by MatPat. So I mean, all his content's well made. Let's be honest with each other. But I think it's a really good little story, little theory as well, and I definitely think it could be explored potentially in a DLC, because they've never really done anything like that. I've know they experimented a lot more with Scarlet and Violet, like, you know, showing off, you know, the fact that the parents are dead and going back and like that, you know, stuff like that. And it's really worked out. A lot of people enjoyed that, and a lot of people cried at that. Like, it was quite heavy for some people, but like ultimately it will be interesting to see him like go back to a prior story that they've talked about, and basically, well, yeah, go back to a prior story and be like, oh yeah, this is what happened. Because like you have like the different theories about being in multiple different universes, you know, ones with obviously you get Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire's got Mega Evolutions, but the original ones didn't have Mega Evolutions, so it technically is in a different universe. Like, it's all a lot of stuff to go through. But that is the end of the video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Like I said, let's try hit 20 likes and have a nice day. Goodbye.